however many cities they destroyed. This individual right here.
Stop, Putin!
I'm actually very happy that this individual just rode by us.
I'm not.
This individual is known as Red Cap Boy. I know him very well. Many of you guys, like Tommy for example, he knows him very well.
I don't want
This
to.
individual has some serious mental issues, and I don't say that as just an insult. There's nothing funny about mental issues.
He's the insult.
He is the insult. That's true. He is the insult indeed. This individual has come to us before, over there to one of our tents. And he started shouting exactly the same kind of stuff that he was shouting right now.
And Pablo saved his life.
Well, Tommy, don't flatter me, don't flatter me. Tommy wanted to remove Red Cap Boy from our protest, and I, asked him to be gentle. That's all I did. I didn't do anything more than that. But truth be told, Tommy is right in one thing. Tommy is right on one thing, that's for sure. Because this individual is risking his life by coming around and shouting like this at people. Who knows if the next person he shouts at has had family dead in Ukraine, killed by the Russian terrorist regime? Who knows that? Who knows what's gonna happen to this silly individual when he gets himself in trouble? This individual with serious mental issues. When he came to us that day, I invited him to a debate. I asked him, what's your point? What's the point you're trying to make here? Why do you support Russia? Why do you support Putin? He couldn't answer. He didn't say a single argument, a single point. He couldn't say anything. The only thing he could do is to keep regurgitating the same exact nonsense that he started this conversation with. Putin, Putin, Russia, Russia. That's all he could say. Why Russia? Why Putin? Why does nobody who seems to love Russia so much simply move to Russia and live there, if it's such a great place to live? Now, I don't say this with any malice. People deserve to live where they want to live, if they behave accordingly, if they behave with some good manners, and if they don't act like savages, like that individual who just rode by us. People deserve a chance. But why is it that people don't go to Russia to look for their chance in life? Because, my friends, even these brainwashed individuals have a little bit of that animalistic instinct of self-preservation, that they don't want to go to a terrible country. My friends, nobody wants to migrate to a country to be oppressed there. Nobody will ever move to a country that they know is terrible and where they know they're going to be mistreated. Nobody does that, ever. People go to countries where they expect life to be better. And this is why it's so interesting to have so many people criticize the West and then not move to the countries that they seem to love so much. There's nothing wrong with migrating. There's nothing wrong with going to a place that we like more. Why suffer in a place that we are mistreated? And that's exactly what a lot of Russians have done. They left Russia because they were getting pulled into a war that they did not want to be part of. That is why so many people are trying to leave North Korea. But of course, the North Korean border is not only with China, it's also with their own population. That's right, there's a second border facing the North Korean lands, preventing North Koreans from leaving, either to China or to South Korea. They have borders with both those places. Why is it that so many people are trying to flee Iran? Why is it that so many people were protesting against the Ayatollah regime? Because the Ayatollah regime is a terrorist regime, and the Iranian people did not want to live under it. The Iranian people wanted to have freedom. They wanted to have a future. They did not want to live under an extremist regime who kills people simply for not wearing what the regime says that they should be wearing. Who kills people for simply believing in something different than what the regime says you should be believing. That, my friends, is an authoritarian country. That is where freedom is dead. That is a country with no future. That is not a country we should strive to become. This country is better. That is why people come here, to build up their lives, to be able to live in prosperity, to be able to speak as they willing to speak, unafraid of going to jail for the next few words that they say.